Hello my wonderful friends, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarzana, and today we are going to be talking about some of my favorite books from Q1, which is January through March of this year. I don't know where this year has gone. It has flew by so quickly, and I feel like we just celebrated New Year's, and I cannot believe we are already in the second week of April. I have read about 27 books this year so far. It's not as many as I would like to, but I feel like the quality has just been absolutely phenomenal. And I picked out 5 books that I want to share with you guys today. These books were really difficult to choose because I've read so many amazing books. I kind of left it to like whatever came to mind first. I did not check like what I rated these books. It's mostly based off of how these books have made me feel, and I am still feeling about these books. So that's kind of how I went ahead and picked them out. After I tell you guys about the books, I am going to tell you what I gave it as a rating, and we'll see if I gave these 5 stars. Because sometimes 5-star reads are 5 stars at the time when I do finish reading them and I'm like, okay, this was a 5-star, but then later on I sometimes forget about it. I don't know if this is a thing with anyone else. When you're constantly reading different books and being immersed into different worlds, it's kind of hard to like keep track of everything. Yeah, so I am basically just going off of how these books made me feel and how I am still feeling about them right now. So coming in number 5, we have First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. This was in my March reading wrap up, so if you haven't checked that video out, I will link it up here so you can go ahead and watch that. This book is inspired by Sleepless in Seattle, and I've never watched the movie, and some people may enjoy the book based off of the movie or not. Everyone has a different experience. I've never watched the movie, but I really enjoyed the book. Basically, this is about Aiden Valentine. He is a radio host, and Lucy Stone, she is a single mom. She has the most amazing support system. She is a mechanic. She is very comfortable in her life right now, but she doesn't really date much. She focuses her life on her child, and her daughter is 12 years old, and she calls in to this radio station where Aiden works. Basically, her daughter is trying to help her mom find love, and she thinks that Aiden can do that. Lucy, she starts working for the radio station, and they have like a little partnership going where people are calling in trying to talk to Lucy so that this radio station that has been kind of going out of business is making its way back up. Lucy is also getting some help finding love and talking to different people. She even ends up going out on some dates. But what is the most juicy part of this story is the things that happen in the radio station, in the same booth that Aiden and Lucy are in. This isn't like something like super spicy or something super dramatic or anything like that. It doesn't have like an epic love story kind of feeling, but it has such a honest and raw and realistic kind of love, and it's like a soft, quiet kind of love. I love single parent romances, and I love the fact that her daughter was mature enough to understand what was going on with her mom and her love life, and she also has a healthy relationship with her father, and Lucy has a healthy relationship with her ex, and it's just really wholesome and very realistic and very raw. As someone who was a single parent for over 10 years, I really love seeing people find love who are also single parents, and I don't know, this just kind of hit home. And the stuff that Lucy was saying about what she wants in a partner and in a relationship was also very beautiful and super touching. I gave this 4 stars, which is not bad because it's still something that I would recommend. I don't typically read contemporary romances, so that's probably why, and that totally makes sense. But if you haven't checked this book out, please do. If you don't typically read contemporary romances, give this a try. You might really enjoy it. I would definitely recommend this. And then coming in number 4, Sword of Kagan by M.L. Wang. This book was amazing. This is essentially about a mom who has a very violent past but is forced to marry a man that she is not in love with, and she bears him children, and her child, her eldest son, ends up going into war or some kind of a fight where she has to kind of learn how to manage her emotions and maintain and keep her family safe while also following along with the traditional wife mother role. And she played it very well, but also because she has a past where she knows how to pick up a sword and defend herself and even fight, she was able to do so. There is a strong villain, and in this story we see an entire village come together to defend their people. And ML Wang, she has a very unique magic system that she has created in this world. The way she wrote this story, you can literally imagine everything that you're reading. You get to like play it out in your head like a movie, and it's so detailed and specific and complex, but at the same time it's not hard to read. It's not like a fantasy that you have to try to wrap your mind around. And this is also a standalone. There are so many fantasy and romantasies that are series, and there's like 7 books that you have to read to complete it. This is like a standalone, one and done, but it is so beautifully written, and the beginning and the ending, the way everything wrapped up, the relationships were super strong, and the character development, the immersive magic system and world building was epic. This was so good. I feel like I'm going to think about this book forever. I want to read everything ML Wang writes because her writing is phenomenal. She has become a auto-buy author for me, and I really cannot wait to read everything that she has written and is going to write. I did give this 5 stars, and yeah, this was literally right up my alley. I love a good epic fantasy and throw in some romance and friendship and adventure, and I am there, and this gave me everything I was looking for. And then coming in third, we have Redeeming Six by Chloe Walsh. This is book number 4 in the Boys of Tommen series. This book is about Joey and Aoife. Joey and Aoife have another book, book number 3. It is Saving Six, but I enjoyed Redeeming Six so much more because Saving Six was so painful, and the Boys of Tommen series, it is YA, but the amount of emotional trauma that this series puts us through, I feel like it deserves to be in the adult section. This book is significantly spicier than book 1 and 2. Definitely Joey and Aoife's story has a lot of talk about drug abuse and how there is domestic violence and how it affects the children of the home. And there's just so many trigger warnings upon trigger warnings that I would recommend that you look up before you get into the series. But their love story was absolutely everything. It was so raw, and I was sobbing in so many parts of this book, and that's all I can really tell you, like how it made me feel. I can't tell you much about the plot because this is book number 4, and I don't want to spoil anything for you if you have not read the series yet, but this was everything. Definitely check out the trigger warnings if you do want to get into the Boys of Tommen series, because it is some really, really heavy stuff, but it's a beautiful story. It is very touching, and Chloe Walsh's writing is absolutely beautiful. She has also become an auto-buy author for me over the past year, and I cannot wait to read everything that she has written. But Boys of Tommen, if you have not checked it out, please do. And I did give this 5 stars. Coming in number 2, we have Onyx Storm, the 3rd book in the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. Rebecca Yarros knows how to write a wonderful, immersive, crushing, soul-sucking romantasy, and this is exactly what it was. The ending of this book, jail. Absolutely criminal. And I am going to continue to think about this series until we get book 4, whatever that is. Book 1 and 2, it literally like ramps up, and then we get book 3 and it just feels like shit is hitting the fan, and it's absolutely bonkers, absolutely crazy. There is still so many questions that need to be answered. When Crescent City 3 came out, I took a few days off of work just so I could read it and be left alone, and that is exactly what I did for Onyx Storm. I literally have a reading vlog where I reread Fourth Wing, read Iron Flame, and then I go on to this one. And yeah, I kind of wish I waited to read this because it's very painful having to wait for the next book, but it is what it is. I absolutely love this book, and if you haven't read it, if you want to be on the emotionally damaged train, then please pick this book up, pick the series up, because it will literally destroy your world, and in the best possible way. And it is no surprise to anybody that I gave this 5 stars. Coming in number 1, oh my goodness. This book is so underrated, and I don't know why more people aren't reading this book. It is amazing. The plot twists, the plot, the characters. Oh my goodness. I want to like go into this author's brain and pick it apart to understand how it functions. I literally need to understand how this author created this magnificent story. And in number 1, we have Fairy Tale by Veronica Lancet. This book is just gorgeous. It's stunning. And when you read the story, you will understand the cover. It has significance. It definitely has significance. And you guys, I seriously feel like I've read all of the most amazing romanticides that I possibly could, and I don't know how it could get any better. Like, the high that I have been chasing since I've read Throne of Glass and even Fourth Wing, I found in this book. And get this, it's a standalone. There are no more books after this book in this world. This is it. This is it. Mind you, she is thick. She is like 800 pages. The text is very, very small. Like, I felt like I was reading a Bible, but you know what? This is a holy masterpiece on its own, okay? Like, I have no words to describe how amazing this book is. This has a epic love story like you've never seen. The plot, I've never read anything like it. It is absolutely phenomenal. This is also in Kindle Unlimited, so I don't know why more people aren't reading it. But if you haven't picked it up yet, you need to pick this up. If you love romantasy, if you love romance, if you love historical romance, pick this up. Pick it up. And then let's talk about it, because I need more people to talk about this. It's absolutely insane how many people have not read this book. And obviously, I gave this 5 stars. How could I not? It literally broke the scale. If there is such a thing as a scale of reading books, this broke it. I am really worried about how the rest of this year is going to get because of how amazing these books were and the impression that they have left with me. But I'm really looking forward to reading a lot of the books that I have on my shelf, and there are a lot of new releases that are coming out that I am also really excited for. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this year. What are some of the books that you have read this year that have left an impact on you? Or what is one of the books that you've read this year so far that is a favorite of yours? I would love to know. If you have made it to the end, thank you so much. I love you so much, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.